Hey everybody, David G here with the Internet Marketing Party, and I have the inimitable, the one, the only, the Master Goose,
Keep going.
Jedi,
Keep
Chris
going.
Farrell.
What does inimitable mean?
I don't
No,
know, I
the
just heard it and it sounds fancy.
it's one of those words, isn't it? It always sounds great. Obviously, I can't say it as we've just established. The inimitable. How do you say it?
You know what I really like is that you like immediately just, throw me under the bus within the first like 3 seconds of this interview. It's like, I bet he doesn't even know what that means. Thanks a lot,
Exactly.
Chris. Let's just.
Gonzalez, you try and make yourself sound smart by using these long words. Let's admit, not only do we both not know what they mean, I can't say the word.
All right. So let's get
Yeah.
this party started. I told you
Yeah.
before we got this started, so everybody that's listening knows, Chris Farrell is one of the leading guys.
Gorgeous people on the planet.
Yeah. Besides, everybody knows that. We're just within watching for 30 seconds. But you've got one of the most successful online marketing membership sites where you teach membership sites, and you do so well at that you're actually next door neighbors with people like Britney Spears and Bob Dylan. So just so you guys know, I'm not joking. Chris and his gorgeous supermodel wife Frida live in Beverly Hills and amongst all the superstars, and
You're
so
very kind. Well, just to clarify, it has been 4 years of 15-hour days. As
yeah.
building a business takes time and sweat and energy, but
No,
I
dude.
appreciate it.
We want to tell everybody you just threw up a website with the squeeze
Oh,
page.
of course,
and then
that's right.
The next
Yes,
morning
of
you
course.
woke up and you were there, right?
Exactly, yes. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, no, I like the way Dean Hunt says, I work 16-hour days so I can make money while I sleep.
I know. I love the saying, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. It's so true, so true.
Yeah, so here we go. I know
Yes.
we've got 10 minutes to wrap up this interview.
Yes.
So, what is a nugget that you can give folks at the end of this interview so that they can stick around for 10 minutes while we have fun?
Oh gosh, I see what you did there. Yes. Was that a serious question or a rhetorical question?
Yes.
It's a serious question. Okay, I honestly, being absolutely serious, I'd say the key to any successful business, on or offline, is really looking after your customers, or really looking, if you haven't yet got customers, really looking after people that are interested in your subject matter. I'm a huge advocate that retention is the new acquisition, and any smart marketer knows that the fastest way to grow a business is to look after existing customers or existing people on your list first. Now, I know that begs the obvious question, what happens if I don't even have any? We can come on to that. But the smart way these days, here in the second decade of the 21st century, is really to look after existing customers, turn them into raving fans, and they will end up doing your marketing for you. What most businesses do, 99% of businesses, all they're focused on, and I understand why, but all they are focusing their time and energy on is acquiring a new customer. And when they do acquire a new customer, they kind of forget about that customer so much because they're spending all their time on acquiring a new customer. Whereas, as I said, the smart way, the new way to do marketing is to really, I like to, myself and my team, we have this saying, create a customer wow experience. Really look after that customer and don't just give them lip service. I'm not just saying this because it sounds pretty. Really look after. And let me ask those watching this interview, if you have a list, when was the last time you emailed your list and actually asked them if you could help them? That's a novel surprise. Rather than continually emailing affiliate links for products, of course I get that we want to make money online, but there are ways, whoops, just dropped my mic, hang on, there are ways to do that ethically. So the longish answer, I hope to keep this short, is that retention is the new acquisition. The way to grow a business is to look after existing customers. You do that well, particularly with social media being so viral, you will find that people will do your marketing for you. And this has really worked well for me. So
Excellent.
hope that helps a little bit.
I actually really like that answer a whole lot. And sometimes, the real magic and success in anything comes down to the fundamentals.
Oh,
And
yeah.
even as you describe that, you helped me realize that there's some businesses that I'm part of if on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being Tony Hsieh, I'm probably closer to a 4 or a 5, So,
Well, that's very honest
so
of you.
it's good to hear some of that. So if you folks listening and watching this right now aren't getting anything from this, then Chris, thank you for sharing with at least me.
Well, I appreciate that. And Tony Hsieh, a great guy to kind of have as the guy to try and aspire to.
Right. So let's say, so obviously you're going to be sharing the stage with for a first time experience. We've never had three speakers on the stage at the same time at the Internet Marketing Party, and I've been trying to get you on our stage for about a year and a half. So we're finally
I
making
know.
it.
I'm
Finally
very
making,
excited. Can't
and
wait.
so what do you? The question is, how many licks does it take to get to the middle of a Tootsie Roll bar?
If I'd heard the middle of that question, I would have understood it. And I'm so sorry, you dropped out just at the key
Oh
words. I
no.
didn't even.
Okay,
Oh, I apologize.
so there are at least two people watching right now,
We hope. Let's not get carried away. Come on.
and assuming that there are of those two people, one of them is just getting started, and they have no
Yes.
customers, and they hear theoretically what you're saying, but they're going,
Yes.
whoa, wait a minute, I
I
don't have customers yet. You're giving me
can't.
advanced info.
I completely understand. So you're saying, which let's be honest, is most people. So let's back up a little bit. The key to success in any or offline is you need to have a list, a database, call it what you want, of people that eventually that you can market to. So you want to collect people that are interested in your subject matter. Now, the biggest mistake that most people make in most businesses, particularly online, I see is well, it's twofold. Firstly, a lot of people get carried away about a product. They think, oh, I've got this product. Either it's something they've created or it's something. I see that we've frozen here on the screen, but
Yeah, that's
I'll
fine.
keep talking. A little constipated now in this picture.
It's a very flattering look. If,
It is,
if
isn't
that
it?
makes you feel any better.
People get excited about having a product, whether it's something that they've created or whether it's somebody else's product. They think, oh, I'm going to product. Now, the problem is a product is not the business. There's nothing more common than a product that doesn't sell. So that doesn't actually mean you're in business. And conversely, having a website. A lot of people I see get very excited about having a website. Again, just because you have a website does not mean you are in business. There's nothing more common than web. There's millions of them. So the most important thing in business, to be in business, is not having a website, it's not having a product, it's actually having this list of people that you can market to. So to answer your question, what happens if you haven't got? Well, firstly, we understand that is a key thing. We need to start building a list. Then, and I'll be addressing this on Monday night more, then what we need to do is we start needing to data capture. We start acquisition strategy. Every successful business does this. I know everybody talks about build your list, but it is the cornerstone of any successful business. Not only building a list though, but particularly now engaging with your list. We talked about this a few minutes ago. Most people don't really do that. They just build the list, if they do that at all, and sell. But now we want to build a list of people, and then we want to engage with them. We want to fall in love with our customer. We want to wow. We want to surprise. We want to seduce them. We want to dazzle them. We want to really treat them as if we would want to be treated. I saw Gary Vaynerchuk give a talk recently in Phoenix, in Arizona, and he's written many books, The Thank You Economy being his last one. And he talked about the reason that we love our parents is because our parents loved us first. And conversely, if we fall in love with our list, if we love our list, come the time for you to recommend something to your list, they will love you back. Most people don't love their list. This is what most people do. If somebody signs up and they then get an email from that person, they find it as a little bit of an inconvenience. You need to stop thinking like that. You need to really start thinking of these people as real three-dimensional people, which of course we all are. Once you start treating somebody like that, you never get that second chance to make that first impression. It's amazing. Then once you have engaged, you spend a bit of time creating a relationship, then what will manifest as a result of that. And this is really what we're going to be talking more about. I call it the customer wow experience. We're going to be talking more about this on Monday.
And that's Monday, May the 14th. And for the first time in 3.5 years that we've been doing these parties, we've always started the parties right at around 7. Speaker goes on at 8. This time, we're actually starting the party early. So if you want to get a good seat and you want to get some time, FaceTime with Lockley and Farrell. And I think it's kind of funny that they put Farrell at the end. I don't know. I was talking with Locke yesterday. I accidentally said Lee, Locke, and Farrell, and I saw his nonverbal flinch. And so, do you mind sharing a little bit about why you got put at the end there?
It's a little bit. It hurts to open this wound. I didn't know you were going to throw this at me.
Well, you started it out by calling me out on not knowing the definition of inimitable.
My mum always said to me, 3's a bad number. Somebody always gets left out. I just didn't think it would be me. They jumped on me. They said, you know what? We're slightly taller than you. Andrew Locke is 5'2". Ryan Lee is, I think, 4'9". and so they both kind of lynched me. So that's why I got the short end of the deal.
You're the caboose.
That's how it happened. But I'm
All
okay
right.
with that, you know. And look,
Yeah.
I've frozen again. I can see.
That's all right. It's all right.
That's
So,
all right.
um,
So
I'm
the
sure
date
it'll
is May the
unfreeze.
14th, isn't
So
it?
it's Monday, May the 14th. That's
Or
it.
as we like to say, May the 14th be with you. Sort of works. Ish.
Uh-huh.
It's all in the
Okay. Very
inflection.
good. So go to internetmarketingparty.com to get your tickets now. Get them early because we're gonna sell out for sure, right? It's false
I hope
scarcity. I mean,
so,
that's
yeah.
real scarcity. Wait. No. So anyway, one last question. So
Yes, sir.
there's Gandalf, there's Dumbledore, and then there's Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you pick? Because
Oh.
I was talking with Andrew yesterday, and he was saying you guys
It's-
are like the white knights of
you know-
internet marketing.
It's got to be Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Only because when I was a kid, I was in church in Hampshire seeing my grandparents with my parents on holiday. I was like 8, and I turned around in church, and Alec Guinness, the actor, of course, that played Obi-Wan, was in church behind me. And I turned around, and I was like, Dad, Obi-Wan's sitting behind us. So that was like, and I kept looking around during the whole of Mass, thinking, Ben Kenobi sitting behind me, singing from a hymn book. It's just the most bizarre thing ever.
Whoa, that
So-
seriously had to be like really weird.
I know. It's just when Star Wars was out as well. So I was like, in '77, I was 8, 7 and 8. So, you know, it was in the heart of Star Wars. And then he was sitting in the church right behind me.
You know
so
what?
That was just...
You just helped me realize, and I know we want to wrap up here, but I was supposed to ask you what's something that people have never asked you in the 3 times you've
Oh.
ever been interviewed before. That
3
or maybe 4. This is the 4th, right?
This
The
is
4th
true.
be with you.
Oh, look at that. Look at that frozen picture now.
That's a good one.
That's a face you want to
So do
slap, isn't it?
Do you want to do that, or do you want to tease folks so that they can't
Um,
hear about that until they come to the party?
Very quick. Well, I can quickly. Yeah, something I've never really been asked before is I used to work on the radio. A few know this, but a few don't. I used to work on the radio in London as a presenter, the mid-morning show, and I find it fascinating personally the parallels between internet marketing and broadcasting. You wouldn't think there'd be any similarities, but there's a huge amount of overlap. It's all really about communicativeness, if there is such a word, and communication. So that's something that I've found fascinating, and I don't really get asked about how presenting on the radio or broadcasting has helped an internet marketing career. But I guess any business really is about presentation and about how you conduct yourself and how you communicate. But that's a question that I don't really get asked, so I appreciate you asking me what I haven't been asked. Does that make sense?
You just confused me when you said
Yeah.
communicative. It kind of made me feel like I felt when I said inimitable.
In what is the word? In his own inimitable style.
Let's pretend I didn't use that word, and I'll pretend
Okay.
you didn't say communicative at this station.
Listen to us. They're good words, aren't they? We just don't know what they mean. They just sound
Big giant words. All right.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, Chris Farrell, thank you very much for taking this time. Even though you're frozen in time and space, you're kind of like, what was his name that got frozen?
Han Solo.
Han Solo. So
Kryptonite.
there you go. No, it
Yeah.
wasn't kryptonite. It was some other kind.
Oh no, it's
Kryptonite
Kryptonite Spy. We're mixing all our movies together, aren't we?
Dude, I'm so excited about having you 3 on board. And for anybody that's been watching this going, this is just a bunch of silliness, go back, re-listen to the part where Chris talks about, where he was serious and he talked about the marketing stuff, because that's the part that really matters for those of you that are marketing geeks. And seriously, these 3 guys are the real deal. They make tons of money and they do it the right way. They do it ethically. They walk down the street and people hug them and love them and kiss them. And thank you very much for agreeing to be on our stage. I'm honored to have you, and we will see you on Monday.
Thank you for the invite, David, and thank you to everyone for watching this. I'll see you at the Internet Marketing Party in Austin, Texas. Can't wait.
See you there.